මොකද්ද මේ Capstone කියන්නේ?
Accountant, the day he or she becomes CEO, becomes like GM above position, his or her view should be holistic view. Infinity Learning Space will do the best for you, and it's win-win always. You also have a responsibility, and our team will do the rest for you.
Do you want to be a Capstone champion? Well, we know just the way how. Strategies are learned, Capstone is practiced, but all you need to do is unlearn to learn. This was quoted by none other than our very own Capstone guru, Professor Ravi Dissanayake. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure here. Thank you very much.
Well, welcome to Learning Pod 2.0, brought to you by Infinity Learning Space. Like I said, we are here with the Capstone guru, Professor Ravi Dissanayake, who is a distinguished academic with 2 PhDs, including 1 PhD specialized in case study with the Best Paper Award, which means that Professor Ravi brings unparalleled expertise. He is also the former head of the Department of Marketing Management of the Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies at the University of California, and he is also the director of the Staff Development Center of the University of California. Once again, Professor, thank you for joining us. We have one big question to you.
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
All
Please
right,
go ahead.
great. So the real big question is, මොකද්ද මේ Capstone කියන්නේ?
රයිට් බිගිනිං අපි බැලුවොත්තේම කැප්ස්ටන් කියන එක ඇත්තටම එක මැනේජ්මන්ට් ප්‍රක්ටිස් එකට තියෙන ඕවරෝල් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් බේස් තිංකින්. අපි චාර්ටර්ඩ් ඇකවුන්ටන්ට් කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, any subject specific professional කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Finally, they have to come out with solutions, not the answers. We write answers in the exams, but we provide solution for the රියල් වර්ල්ඩ් සිනාරියෝ. කැප්ස්ටන් කියලා කියන්නේ අපි රියල් වර්ල්ඩ් එකේ හම්බ වෙන බිස්නස් ප්‍රොබ්ලම්ස්, බිස්නස් ඔපොර්චුනිටිස් වලට how you provide solutions. එතනදී we don't expect someone to become accountant හරි මාකටිං කෙනෙක් හරි HR වෙන්න අවශ්‍යතාවයක් නැහැ. ඒ පුජ්‍යලයාගේ මනස යොමු වෙන්න ඕනේ හොඳ ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් ජජ්මන්ට් එකක්. මම මේ වචනේ දානවා මේකට ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් ජජ්මන්ට් එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් කෙනෙක්. එයාට පේන්න ඕනේ අංශක 360 view එකක්. The business capstone project එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ අංශක 360 view එකකට ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් කෙනෙකුට හිතන්න පුළුවන් වෙන ඉන්පුට්ස් තියෙන ඒවා බේස් කරගෙන environment එකට කනෙක්ට් වෙලා හිතන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට හොඳ analytical mind එකකින් වැඩ කරලා අද කතා කරන sustainability ethics එක්ක responsible solution එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් නම් අපි කියනවා අන්න ඒකට තමයි Capstone project based solution එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Professor, I'm going to ask you something because what we came across in the curriculum, the new curriculum 2025-2030, there was a special phrase that was mentioned. I'm going to read that out to you because that phrase said, the competency map brings together technical, enabling, power and integrity skills, and their integration through job-ready application expertise of capstones. What exactly does this mean?
Yeah, exactly. I think this connects to the first question as well. Now, when you come out with the Capstone project, it's all about real-life scenarios. And once you reach for the corporate level examination, especially for the Capstone project, all the candidates will be exposed to 2 main stages. Pre-seen, unseen. The pre-seen, you get all the information. Unseen, you have to predict and go.
Yes.
So where the examination paper setters obviously will develop that content expecting someone to answer not as a linear thinker. It should be holistic thinker. We call strategic level, right? So when we say strategic level, through sense of the word, you have to understand your mind, your problem solving judgment should not be limited to 1 or 2 specific angles. It should be a business strategy, overall thinking and futuristic. So there, if someone wants to come out with that solution, we are not expecting that typical technicalities, technical technically able person to come and provide business solutions. That's where even very nicely the people, those who have prepared this, explain the four main contents. Actually, it's kind of a profile, the future profile of this qualified person. So first looked at, we call technical, where you need to have hardcore accounting, management accounting knowledge for sure. That for the analytical part as well. And then we are expecting someone to, become able as enabling skill. So where we talk about today digital world. So digital transformation thinking, and of course data driven thinking, and most importantly, we are talking about this what we call sustainability angle as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes, of course, we know accounting, there are a lot of standards, best practices directly connect with ethics, sustainability, including climate change, all this stuff.
Yes.
And more than you explain in conceptually, you need to plug that into the real business nature. For an example, let's say your case study comes on garment manufacturing, maybe a tea manufacturing. So that of industry specific, industry linked, sustainable practices you have to come out with. Practice should be there when you come out with your solution. That's what that skill part we expect.
Okay.
And going forward, we have another two to go with the
Yes.
time permits. Sure.
Yes, of course.
And then power skills. Now, accountant, the day he or she becomes CEO, becomes like GM above position, his or her view should be holistic view.
Right.
That's where we need to understand the power skills, specifically the communication part of it, leadership part of it, professional, empowering skill for the next level for the strategy execution. Those skill part we are expecting from the future qualified person in this scenario. So
Okay.
that's what we call it as power skill. And the lastly, we call it integrity. So integrity is not something you are governed by only rules and regulations. It should be within, right? But however,
Absolutely.
we need to frame the professional to think and practice with the self-discipline. That's where we come out with ethics and then professional judgment. I use the term called responsible solution.
Yes.
So we're expecting finally, even this Capstone project, you get two hurdles to go through. The first one is the verbal pitching, where you get the 50% assessment. So there even we are expecting someone to give like concluded professional judgment. So that professional judgment you need to bring with the skill called integrity skill.
Right.
So these are the four skills.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Well, definitely very excited about it as well. And speaking about sustainability, you mentioned because you mentioned enabling skills, which talks about digital data and sustainability. And something that we all look at now is sustainability, the digital world, and data that is powered by data analytics, automation, AI driven insights. How do all of these take the students to get out beyond the technical knowledge and to actually practice what all this brings together?
Well, now, especially if we focus for the skill part of this enabling skill, see that comes with the case study content itself. If you read the case study content, even you can associate the specific book chapters for that as well. So each chapter you get some case scenario. This is how students should practice. Don't expect everything teachers to do,
Yes.
and you have a big responsibility as a learning partner. There you can see, say, ABC Private Limited case study on merge and acquisition. So there they have taken some examples, some information, why sometimes they merge with the supply organization, why demand chain connected organization. So you can see business value chain, organization value chain, so that industry value chain. These are the things you can spot on looked at, and then beyond the case study data, if it is something related to, let's say, steel manufacturing company connects with a lot of raw materials, some environment damages, so forth. And why not you search? and get couple of case study articles, research articles, even industry specific best practice related articles, and see how steel manufacturing companies should align with the sustainable business practices within their business value chain. That's how your mind should operate. I told you early, this is not to test and see whether you are an accountant or professional accountant. This is something to test whether your mind connects to 360 degree. Even for the branding side, even for human resource side, even for green practice side, manufacturing side, supply chain side, you need to not only based on the case study information. We never know in the what do you call pre-seen something, unseen something, right? In unseen you get some added contents. So probably the paper setters would come out with added contents which you would have looked at early, searched.
Yeah.
So search for different business functions related sustainable practices.
Okay.
Then you are ready. Your mind says that, hey, I'm ready for this.
Yes.
So that's the preparation. Somebody should do it.
Lovely. And you mentioned about the verbal pitch as well. And we do have the examination, a paper based assessment as well. Let's speak a little bit more about that. What exactly is the verbal pitch? And what is, there is in the paper based assessment, there is a pre seen and an unseen. Can we speak a little bit more about that?
Yeah, it's very traditional. Even any exam goes with the case study. You get different names for that. You get the pre-seen scenario and unseen scenario. The pre-seen scenario information is given, and it covers like 360-degree approach of information, functional level, strategic level. Some information will be there with a story. We call case studies as storytelling.
Yeah.
Somebody has crafted a story based on look like real life. I use the word looks like real world.
Yeah.
And when you read it, the reader, it means here we use the term called in case study the protagonist, the
Okay.
character. So I may be the character of MD, character of risk manager, character of sustainability manager, probably. How you come out with problem analysis first.
Right.
We call when you do the verbal pitching, you must come out with a very brief but very clear presentation about why this issue has occurred, why the problem has occurred. So problem and then problem related root cause analysis should be there. And then you need to come out it before you make the professional judgment how it does connect to the different angles, maybe environment, maybe internal factors, external factors, and then how the depth of the issue, right? What sort of stakeholders are connected to this issue. This kind of thinking you have to align.
Right.
And then lastly, most importantly, you should be able to give a professional judgment, right?
Okay.
Not as an accountant. You have to give the professional judgment as a strategist, right? And you need to have kind of a CEO level thinking, not functional thinking, and then give very responsible, sustainable, professional judgment. What sort of remedies, recommendation, actions company should take. Remember, this all you do based on the pre-seed.
Okay.
Unseen will make a story differently, but I don't think what the effort you have made will not be a wasting of time. There will be always the world is moving for Pareto theory, 80%, 20%, right? At least your what do you call verbal pitch, 80% can be connected to the last scene as well. This is how it goes.
Wonderful. Okay, and I must ask you this question because the capstone is considered to be a game changer. Because how usually they combine all the knowledge and consolidate all the knowledge that they have gained throughout the years and provide a conventional accounting qualification. But the capstone method changes that. How important is it that this capstone is coming in now to develop an all rounded professional?
Yeah, it's very, very proven if you looked at as industry practitioner also, I'm telling you, not only for accounting. Take marketing, take HR, take production or IT.
Okay.
Whenever they are crossing the line of GM position, and when they ladder up to the corporate level, and they should see the world in a different angle, where the business captain project can convert marketer into a strategist, finance person into a strategic person, even accountant into strategic person, because the day you reach to the corporate level where you are directly responsible for the corporate boards, your thinking should not be a linear or functional thinking. The business capstone project is a comprehensive learning space, learning opportunity for these people, these candidates, to elevate your thinking into a holistic level. How you looked at not only based on figures, based on data, based on the behavioral science approach, right? Behave in the sense consumer, stakeholder, HR side of it, green practices, legal aspect of this. So all you need to think. I know you can't be expert of all, but at least you should be a good, you know, the what do you call the prompt engineer sort of a thing. Ask the valid question from the relevant professional service providers. For that, accountant should have the business capstone knowledge,
Okay.
rather knowledge business capstone skill.
Right.
That should be. Then your view is like a bird eye view. You can see the world in a big picture, and your decisions are not partial or probably not paralyzed even. It should be a comprehensive, it should be umbrella viewed solution. So, wonderful inclusion business capstone project for accounting professional courses.
Definitely. And also, some of the students that have in the a question that some of the students have in their mind is what approach does infinity learning space take for this capstone? So, the real question is a lot of them have asked, the real question is, I capstone neka infinity ekka karanna ඕනේ?
It's I think it should be their own judgment, but I can say I have given my professional contribution to this organization. You get a panel; they are from different sides of expertise, right? And for example, risk management, one example maybe, business analytics, one example maybe, hardcore finance and accounting inclusion faculty member we have, and I also be there as overall case study analysis part, even guiding you people how to develop this verbal pitching, and of course how to get yourself ready for the final shot, right? So we have a very comprehensive and well diversified visiting faculty, teaching faculty here, and this organization is responsible too, right?
Yes.
So therefore, guaranteed result. But you have to
Absolutely.
work hard. We can't do magics. They have to work hard, but we will guide them.
Definitely, it's a two-way street, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, so one last question for you. A lot of people have been confused, a lot of people have been scared, they don't know what to expect. What advice do you have for our students to face the capstone without any fear?
Yeah, it's actually I do say as capture into your own statement and the way you start the statement rather, unlearn to learn. Every chapter in your specimen, you get case scenarios. For example, let's say the day you learn risk management, you learn the technicality, and there's a case study, and you need to read the case and understand how this organization would have applied or should have applied, or how it should avoid some mistake it has done. So that type of practice thinking, please do from the day one, chapter wise. So when you read chapter wise, practice thinking and reading that case studies as well, then your mind gets practice, rather learn by heart, but to think how it should be practiced, how it should be applied. That's one strategy. Second one, even when you practice for the captain project, you have a responsibility for extra readings. Yeah, I mean, today knowledge is very cheap, right? Everywhere you get knowledge
Yeah.
sources. Please search them. So whenever you get some, especially the pre-scene case, you get the company, you know the industry, and please search, and even the YouTube videos, that's fine, and then get yourself well authorized with what you're going to write. You should be informed candidate. You can't just go haphazardly and write something. Be informed candidate with your extra readings, extra observations. I mean, read case studies. Then you have it, right? And why not? When the industry is very clearly mentioned in the pre-scene, take 4 to 5 companies in Sri Lanka, public quoted rather better, and their information is publicly available. See whether they have done those things, how they have reported those stuff, and especially that are the 4 areas of integrity and the power skills, how they have used it. Then you have hands-on, um, benchmark to read, right?
Yeah.
So get yourself ready, and then you are through.
Lovely. Well, you've heard all of this from the Capstone Guru himself. Well, thank you very much, Professor Dissanayake, for being here with us and for speaking to us. Thank you once again. And we truly appreciate all
Yeah.
your contribution.
Okay, all the best, everyone, and the Infinity Learning Space will do the best for you, and it's win-win always. You also have a responsibility, and our team will do the rest for you. Cheers.
Absolutely. Well, that was Professor Ravi Dissanayake, the Capstone Guru at Infinity Learning Space. And just as he said, all you need to do is unlearn to learn, because strategies are learned. Capstone is practiced, but you need to unlearn to learn. Stay tuned with Infinity Learning Space as we bring to you Learning Pod 2.0 with more podcasts just like these.